Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Dirty Knives. Today I have a very special unboxing, something coming in from DLT Trading. This might be in the realm of Grail knives, okay, or anniversary present. So let's take a look and see how it comes in. Today I'm opening up with my McNees MAC2 3.5 inch auto. Beautiful knife here. Love this knife. Handle ergonomics, fantastic. So let's dig right into this. It's upside down so we don't show my personal address, right? You guys don't need to know that anyways. Nothing exciting. All right. Make sure, is there, yep, there is a receipt, so I'll get that out of the way. And what do we got? Oh, we got a sticker today, a red one. Nice. All right. What do we have? Are we ready? Okay. So DLT, one of the red ones. I don't think I have a red one yet. Let's go on with my sticker collections. All right, so it looks like it's Be Nice, which means it is a McNees. Do you see that? Be Nice McNees. Whew. All right, here we are. Something I might have been searching for a long time. McNees MAC 3.5 smooth atomic titanium matted stone wash Magnacut blade. Here we are. Okay. I'm a little excited here, okay? Gotta be honest with you. All right, so let's first look at this. What do we got? We got a really, really fancy certificate of authenticity, a COA. McNees machine through MAC 3.5 steel, CPM-Magnacut, handle titanium, stainless steel, 2023. Made in the USA. That's freaking cool. And a really, really neat little sticker. I'm going to save that one. All right, so here we go. Ready? Whew. Yes, this is not the automatic. This is the frame. Oh, we even got another sticker. Look at this. All right. Made in the USA McNees knives. That's a cool sticker. Look at this. It's the frame lock. Look at all this beauty. All right. Dead center. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm just spinning it around and it's just an absolute freaking amazement. I cannot believe this. All right, so we got the typical McNees clip, but I'm probably gonna switch this clip, that Lynch clip made specifically for McNees for this knife. So I'm gonna probably switch that out. And lo and behold, it looks like it could be a good match. So yeah, all right, so there we go. You can see the beautiful stone washed. Is it stone washed, I believe? Well, it's called Smooth Atomic. So I'm assuming it's like atomic finish or whatever they want to call that. Made in the USA. There's their clip. Works really well. Don't get me wrong. It's relatively deep carry. It does stick out a little bit like that. Here's the back spacers. 2 standoffs, I should say. Whereas in this one, you don't have anything. Well, you do, I guess. You have standoffs back there. But they're a little different, right? So... all right, so here we go. Here comes the big one. Ready? Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that beautiful hollow grind. Yeah. Hollow grind. Or is it flat? Oh, is this a flat grind? I thought this would be a hollow grind. Well, that's a, I like it though. It comes to a very nice thin edge. Yeah, I guess that's, oh, wait, hold on a second. Is it a hollow grind? No, it feels like a flat grind. Okay, so, yeah, I don't think it's a hollow grind. I think it's a flat grind. So the hollow grind on this one, and this one is going to be a flat edge. Okay, so here we go. Look at that. Just look at that. Smooth action. Look at that. Oh, man. Beautiful action. Look at that. Just drops so gorgeously. Okay, so I can't reverse flick it just yet, but that's all right. It's got a pretty strong detent. I will tell you that. It is a really strong detent. You have to get in there to get that. So you have to get right in there to really release it. So it's still buttery smooth drop action. Let's see, the reverse flick it. It does reverse flick. It's a little tight though. It's definitely stronger than I care to have it. So we may have to tune that, but I still love it. Look at this. Look at this, look at this. All right, so yeah, I think this is flat grind. I do not think this is a hollow grind. Looking at this, yeah, that is definitely a flat grind. I thought it was a hollow grind, but I'm wrong. But that's okay, I don't mind. Now the action to get to it right there is beautiful. Look at that, easy drop, just fantastic. Look at that. I do like that a lot. That's really nice. Yeah, it's starting to loosen up a little bit. I will tell you, it is definitely a little stronger than I had anticipated, right? So, nice sharp edge, even bevel on both sides, yeah. Looks pretty even. This one might be a little shorter. Even on both sides. Nah, this one's a little shorter on this one too. Yeah, so this is definitely a longer edge on one side. Now these are all hand ground. So, you know, I am not a stickler when it comes to hand grinding. That means there's going to be a sense of manualness to it. It's going to have some uniqueness that's going to come from people who do this by hand, right? So, all right, so let's see. Let's see the drop. Now, okay, so it drops right there. So it will drop. So I don't know if you can see that. I do have to be aware of the cutting choil when it drops. So I can't really drop it on my nail. So this is going to be one of those where you drop it like that. You just got to be aware that you can't drop it on your nail unless you barely catch it up here, or if you have a long nail, because that will cut you, because that's a sharp edge right there, right? So something to keep in mind. But the action is very, very dreamy. I do like that a lot. All right, let's talk about the knife. We've got some beautiful roundedness, which is, if you look at this, very similar in some regards, right? Now, I will say the cutout up here is a little different. So, and on this side, definitely a little different. So when I open this, it's got kind of you can choke up kind of there. On this one, I can choke up. You know, my hand's going to naturally want to go here. And looking at the handle, is the handle... It's, yeah, the titanium one's a little bit longer. I can choke up here, definitely. This is a little bit rounded right here, so you can choke up like that. I have medium, large hands, as you can see. So large width-wise, medium length-wise. So large, extra large, probably double extra large, easily grip this nicely. Choke up, that clip is definitely not a hot spot, which is really nice. But when you drop it, it does have a buttery close smooth. So that is really nice. I do like that a lot. There we go. Look at that. That is just nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. I really, really like that a lot. That's cool. Okay, sorry. I'm kind of lost for words. I'm totally distracted. All right, beautiful swedge on the top here. Nice for cutting. Nice, beautiful flat grind all the way to a very, very thin edge, which I really do like. As this is a flat grind with a pretty beefy stock. Looking at the stock, I want to say they're probably about the same, right? With a beautiful swedge on top here, right? So that's really nice. Thumb studs, really beautiful, matches everything. I like that. And I wonder, yeah, it's the detent. The detent is fantastic, right? So look, you can see the click here. Let's go. Beautiful detent. We take a nice up close look at the knife, and in the back. Look at the top, and the back of the knife. So the detent is definitely pretty strong. I will say that, but it's buttery smooth. So I mean, it's like, you know, the detent is not preventing this from closing. It is absolutely buttery smooth. That detent ball in there is just beautiful, working really nicely on here. And I suspect it probably has a ramp, if I'm not mistaken. If I look at this, yeah, it does. There's a ramp right there, which you can definitely see from here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little ramp right over there. I don't know if I can point it out. The ramp's going to be about right there. If you can see that. It's right there. Anyways, so definitely nice ramp for the ball. Definitely going to drop really well. So once you get past that, it goes down really well. I do like that. So you can see that as it goes. You see how the ramp, you can see, like, let's do this. See how it goes up smoothly like that? That's really nice. All right, so to cut out the relief here for the finger, really well chamfered right here on both sides. This is a very comfortable, easy to get to. to me, this is one of those things, you got to execute this well. You can't have a sharp edge here, make this uncomfortable to use. That's one of those things that will really hurt your sales and really can make a fantastic knife okay to really not enjoyable at all. There's a few knives that, you know, the cutout and the chamfering here kind of ruined it for me. Knives that I would love to have loved and kept in my collection, but just became, you know, not part of my collection because of that. It was just too uncomfortable. So that's really important to consider. This beautiful, now this is definitely going to be carbonized titanium engagement to the back of the blade, obviously, because this is titanium. There's no steel insert, if I can look. Yeah, no steel insert. This is titanium on steel, so it'd be carbonized, but it's beautiful. Look at that. And it doesn't stick at all. No lock stick. Moves off really beautifully. No blade rock. Really tight. And yeah, really nice. Really smooth. Dead center, everything. Love that. Love that. And that lock works really nicely. Yeah, look at that. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, so chamfering all the way around, very smooth corners, nothing sharp in the back. And definitely put in a hand. That's also important. You don't want to have sharp corners. Had another knife that I loved and almost was a deal breaker, but I kind of smoothed off the corners myself because I love the knife so much. That is now beautiful. It's just a little touch that I think that they might want to consider. Now, I think part of that design of that knife was that very sharp, aggressive corners, and so maybe they really wanted that intentionally. For comfort-wise, I'm not a big fan of that, right? So that's something you have to consider. Sorry about the alarm going off here. That's the door motion outside, probably people walking by. But just beautiful stimpling right up here. Jimping, sorry. Beautiful jimping here so that you can definitely have good traction, good control. You can choke up. You see it's a little rounded here, so you can definitely come up like this. I just wish it was a little easier to get my finger over there. I really like how they did this one over here. This was just a little bit more cut out, but I know that probably wouldn't fit the thumb stud as well. So if you're going to do that, you know, the thumb stud would definitely be in the way. So I don't know how you could do that unless you rounded this a second time right up here. Maybe you started a second rounding right there, kind of like what they did. I don't know. That would be my only thing. I like it, don't get me wrong. I'm just nitpicking a beautiful Grail knife, and it would be insane for me to think that I could tell McNees what to do with his knives, but these are just my little personal things for my hands, my shape, and maybe he doesn't want to consider, you know, a medium large hand, short, stubby finger kind of hand for that case, but that's perfectly okay, right? I will say these thumb studs are nice. They're not as gentle as some of the other thumb studs, and I think that's mainly due to the detent being so strong. And for some people, like if you were a lefty EDC, he would love this. This would absolutely be perfect detent for him, because I would call this medium to medium heavy detent. So if you're a strong detent person, this is right up your alley. But even with that strong detent, it still drop shuts beautifully, which kind of blows me away, right? You can still get that nice. Now that reverse flick is a challenge because the detent is so strong. So you really have to make sure your finger is not on that frame lock, and then it works a little bit better. So if you're going to reverse flick, get your finger off the frame lock. So over here, I have to make sure I'm not pushing on it. So I'm trying to see if I can I don't know if I can get in there. I'm going to try to see if there's an angle that works. So when I work in here, okay, not this way, but it's up. Okay, so you want to go up. All right, so let's see if we can go straight up. Now it's just not doing it. All right, so I think that detent is one of those things where if you have any sort of pressure, so see, it kind of comes out of the detent well, but if you put a little pressure, it's got to overcome that. So that's because of the strength of the detent, and which is fine. I mean, I'll figure this knife out. Every knife has its own unique personality, its own unique kind of self to it. You can see where some of the rocks right there, a little scratch, but that's part of the stone wash, or atomic wash, I guess they call it. Kind of gives it that nice look. Yeah, really nice. So nice chamfered everywhere around. Definitely get a full grip on there. Can definitely choke up. Getting in here is going to be a little challenging. You know, your finger's going to be up here. Maybe you're going to be choking into 2 fingers up. But, you know, if you're doing a precision cut, you can certainly do that. It's got a beautiful blade. It's going to definitely reach out. I mean, you're looking at a 3 1/4 inch to almost 3 1/2 inch blade there. So really nice as far as that's concerned. I love it. Obviously it's on cage ceramic ball bearings of some kind in there. I assume they're not free forming ball bearings, and so I don't know if that's the carbidized part right there. If he carbidized, actually it looks like he might have carbidized, yeah, carbidized the tang of the blade, right? So that's where I see it looks like it's carbidized, or that's the carbidized part of the titanium. I don't know how you carbidize. I don't know anything about carbidizing. I know you do it. I don't know if it has to be on the titanium or it can be on the steel. I don't know. So you guys, if you know, let me know. Obviously, there's something I don't have a whole lot of knives that have the titanium on steel with carbidization. My TRM Adams have it, and it is on the liner, the lock bar, the titanium lock bar that has it. So I'm assuming it's on here, and then maybe that's what we're seeing right here on the tang is just the carbidization kind of transferring over to the tang of the blade. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love this, love this, love this. All right, so the one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to replace the scale on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So let me go ahead and get my tools. I use Weehaw bits, and I just got this one from Urban EDC, so I'm super excited about that. And this should take T8s. Let's just double check. Yeah, T8. So this is a T8, if you can see that. So let's go ahead and get this off. I'll put that over there. All right. Now Lynch Clip, he did the clip for this thing in collaboration directly with McNees, and so this is a McNees authorized Lynch Clip, right? Collaboration. And I just want to make sure, are these screws about the same? Yeah, okay, good. I wanted to make sure that this would work well in here. It wouldn't be too short. And you can see it's kind of got a relief cut in there really well, so it should work really well. I just want to make sure I'm threading it in. Okay, so let me get the second one before I tighten that on, because I don't want to have to move it around a lot. All right, yeah, that's a nice match, isn't it? Really nice match. I like that a lot. Let's see, does it make it a little bit easier now that we got this? No, not quite. I'm gonna have to do something about that D10. So we may take this apart and loosen that up just ever so slightly. Yeah, a little bit of rubbing from the clip already, which they had the cover on there, which kind of avoided it, but you know, that happens. This knife is gonna definitely be a user, so no questions there. And ironically enough, you look at the blade material, I think they match, right? One, it's a little smoother, and this one has the atomic wash. You can see that looks like stone wash or something. This definitely has a hollow grind, and this definitely has a flat grind. So they are different, very different in that regard, which is cool, I think. Very, very nice. I like that. Now, for this particular knife, I'm going to put, I had a clip that I bought from, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the place. All right, real quick, the name of the clip, if I can remember, put it right there. If not, it'll be in the description. But this is the clip that another guy who makes clips for different knives, and this is technically a clip made for I think a 0 tolerance, but it's the same dimensions as this clip, and then I just use the screws to go in there. Now typically it's not quite as long as the other screws, so what I did on this one is, because it was for a 0 tolerance, I actually sanded the back of the clip out, because this is black, and so this matches the black here. So this is a black handle, right? So I sanded this so this back part is a lot thinner, and it still works really nice. I like this clip. I still think it's a great clip. I may eventually get a second McNees clip for this one, but this one will work for now. I like this clip better for the deep carry than the standard McNees clip. Don't get me wrong, I think this is really cool and it's done really well. And I don't know if it's considered milled or stamped, because look at that, it's flared with a thin part there. So that makes me think they might consider this a milled clip, but I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, so there we are with the Lynch clip, specific McNees Lynch clip. The one, I actually bought this clip in hopes that someday I'd find this knife. But there we are, that's it right there. All right, well, that is my unboxing for you. I am so unbelievably excited. I probably haven't talked about half the things I normally would talk about because I just really want to go and flick this knife and play with this knife. So I gotta be quite honest with you. You know, we'll talk more about it in the review as we get there, but I just want to go carry and handle this knife because, you know, this is one of those Grail knives that I have hunted down for a long time, and I was so excited to get. I don't know if I told you, when DLT dropped this, it was available. Within 3 seconds, I got it in my cart. Within 15 seconds, I had closed the transaction. And by that time, they were all sold out. So this went fast, and somehow I got one of them. And I was fortunate enough not to get sniped this time around. So there you go. There's that. Anyways, pretty excited about this one. So there you go, the McNees MAC2 3.5, 3.5 inch. This is that titanium scales. I did note it has some milling on the scales. Oh yeah, I can definitely see the milling on the scales. So there's some weight relief for sure, which does help quite a bit. Frame lock, nice chamfering all the way around, no sharp edges, beautiful rounded relief here for the frame lock. Frame lock works beautifully. The action is superb. Really strong detent. So for those of you who love strong detent, you're gonna love that. Solid in there, really locked in well, beautifully centered. Comfortable knife, nice and sharp. Definitely, I'm definitely going to strop it up a little bit. We may profile that edge so it's like a little more even on both sides, but it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. Got a little roundedness on the top there. Yeah, that one got a little rounded there. That looks like a little mix up there, but we can fix that. That's kind of a bummer, but not a deal breaker, obviously. You know. But I love it. Again, this is all hand done, so you know we're not talking like it's some machine process here. So this would be considered, it's called McNees custom knives, right? People would say it's not a full custom because some of it's milled machines. Yeah, it is. So call it mid-tech, whatever you want to call, however you want to define your custom. That's how I'm going to define it. I think this is. So beautiful knife. Love the action. So there you go. This is the McNees one. I'm super excited. I'm still processing that I have it, and I'm still really freaking out that it's here, and so we'll have the review and we'll definitely talk more about it. But thanks so much for joining me. Hey, if you like this video, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've hit the like button, would you consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking my videos really helps out the channel a lot, helps me to grow, to be able to produce more content, do more things. And if you've already subscribed, maybe consider hitting the notification button so you can be notified of future content when it's dropped. And if you've done all that, hey, check me out over on Instagram. That's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.